Hello, once again, YouTube. Aaron Freeman here.
And Kiefer Adams.
And today, well, you obviously know what this is. We are finally doing the long-awaited commentary on the fan favorite episode E, which currently has precisely 11,031 views.
Makes it the most popular episode on YouTube by far.
Yeah, and I'm still scratching my head to this day on why this episode in particular is like the fan favorite. Like, I even did a short video asking you guys, what is it about episode E that you love?
I think the whole cast scratches their head as well.
Yeah.
But all in all, this one was a fun one to do. So
hell yeah,
we're glad you enjoyed it on Aaron's channel.
Yep, and I wouldn't change anything when making this masterpiece, which we should probably gossip about right now.
Let's do it.
Yep. What would we do without this ident?
Probably not make another one.
Fair enough. But I love the other ones I made. And by the way, I know you guys probably know this by now, but for those of you that have seen this episode back in 2015, you will know that episode E here is basically episode D part 2, because when it was originally a 20 minute long episode.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and the reason that I couldn't upload the whole thing was because at the time YouTube won't allow me to upload videos longer than 15 minutes, which as a result I had to split it into 2 parts until I was able to work something out in having my channel allow me the ability to upload videos longer than 15 minutes, which I'm grateful for, because imagine what I have to do with the other episodes that took place after this, particularly episode H, for example.
And in a way, you kind of had my help as well, because when you sent me like the downloads,
yeah,
and then I sort of...
Oh yeah, you did like your own edits, and it was actually your idea about making episode D into 2 parts, like have part 2 as episode E, which I actually thought it was a great idea, basically. Like, it was definitely worth the re-editing and that. Did you have any idea what Jackie said there?
Oh, she was taunting Shade about where's your brother when you need him now?
Ah, okay, fair enough. Funny that the previous episode is like the weakest of the series.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it has like 600 and something views.
What should have happened as well, when he goes, we'll meet, and then it teleports back with, your end.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Here we go.
Yep. I think it was a good idea to start episode E with this gag with Johnny here.
Yeah. There's you trying to wiggle away.
Yeah. What was that? That my hands are.
Oh, it was my sort of bandana from episode A.
Oh, I never. It looked like a shoelace to me.
I think I used that for Johnny though.
Well, Johnny didn't. But Johnny basically didn't have anything to bound his hands with. He just
that.
Yeah, that.
Oh, that was an old bandana from a test shot I did.
Okay. I was talking about the string that I was tied up with.
Yeah.
And here comes...
Oh, yes. This was an epic moment.
Yep.
I remember he looked at the behind-the-scenes footage of, like, you were so proud of that bit.
Yep. Lights out. Rockafucker!
That was a good shot as well.
Yep. Oh, Kiva, do you want to talk about Oblivion here?
Oh, yes. Oblivion, it was meant to be Jim's inner demon. We were meant to do a short where Jim was cornered by Quake and Oblivion would come out and cause trouble, but sadly...
It's mainly due to Johnny retiring from the series.
Yeah.
Although we do see Oblivion again in Pardon My Fiery French Part 2.
Yeah. Here we go.
Johnny. A one-of-a-kind comedian that has a lot.
Dun-dun.
Kiva was imitating a music ditty from iPhone Friends. Right, I think I should have added like a music track when Johnny went flying down the stairs, and a sound effect for that matter.
Yeah.
Your earth powers and your shield powers. You can't do both of them at once, can you?
And that will be answered in episode H.
Aye.
Fires of hell.
For me, Octard's biggest moment's coming up.
What is power landing?
Oh yeah. I think we need to see him do it again one day.
Maybe in the finale.
Oh yes. Here we go.
Oh no, you don't, you son of a bitch! You know, while we were filming this sequence, there was a family that were having a picnic on the other side of this field.
Yeah,
and they were literally like, you know, lying on the picnic blanket, just watching us film.
It was like, oh, they're there, but we'll carry on.
Yeah, just no distractions basically when working with an iPhone.
Yeah. Right in the
on the right there. Well, first you see them, now you don't, due to the...
Yeah.
You know, that shot of me, I think this shot right here was the very last shot that we did for episode E before the phone ran out of battery.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about Ryan for a bit?
Oh, filming with Ryan for this one was brilliant because in episode 8 he fought against Jim and Octard, and to fight against him it felt like the trio had all sided with him before everything happened.
Fair enough. Wrong teleporting sound effect there, I know.
I love this shot.
Yeah, me too.
But when we see them like that in episode F, it's kind of like a
recreation, an inadvert like recreation.
Why was she eating her scarf?
Jackie's Jackie. She'll just do her thing she's just doing her best to make Elektra look chavvy.
Stop changing my voice, literally. In the earlier episodes, I really had the high pitch going.
Yeah. At 23?
22.
22, okay.
Oh, here we go.
Again? Seriously? Oh, the mother of God, why does it always have to be in a face?
The easiest spots, you nitwit.
Why not his testicle spectacles? Yeah. I mean, I would have gone for my enemy's testicle spectacles.
The bit I wasn't keen on here was when that group was watching us when we were filming.
Yeah, while we were filming this fight scene, there was a group of youths that were watching us. Oh, here comes a certain outtake. In case you didn't hear that, after Johnny said, "I've had enough," his phone literally went off with a da-da-da as the ringtone, and I thought that it was so hilarious that I keep it in.
Yeah. Speaking of stuff that was left out, there was also a deleted scene for this one where after Quake falls into Jim's lap.
Yeah, he says, and I quote,
it's always hard to someone when you land on someone that has a boner.
"Oh, what? I'm officially gay." Yeah, I'll put a link to that deleted scene in the description below.
Nice.
And once again, that's the only time Quake uses his shockwave.
Yeah. It's a shame that this was like the only time that we see Jim and Jade team up.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's really nice to pair characters together. Oh, do you want to talk about this?
Just before Jim said plasma, originally when Aaron had the effect, it cut the plasma out.
Yeah, the line out, like the audio just stopped recording, so the sound effect of the power could come in when the fireball comes out.
Luckily, Aaron's a genius of the audio gathering.
Well, actually, I had Johnny record, say the word plasma on the voice memo.
I love this bit.
Nice reference to episode 8.
Of all the quotes that Ice Ray's done, this is definitely my favourite.
Which is?
Fucking bunch, Griffin. You just cost me my cable.
The point as well.
Yep. What else is there to talk about?
Well, basically, the fuss we had of Shade's teleportation,
Yeah.
we were trying to get it right, like almost every time.
Yeah, because you know me, I'm a perfectionist. I want all of my videos to be up to par. And here comes
we go.
my favourite sequence of this whole episode, the climax / finale. What, your scarf that you were chewing on?
By the way, Bob, look what I found for you.
Yeah.
Thanks, bruh.
Another epic quote now.
Little does Shane know, that'll be the last time he speaks to his brother Quake.
Oh, really? Jim, the phone!
I had an alternate idea at one time. It slipped my mind when filming. As Jim's looking for reception,
Yeah.
like Petrosa's like, "Oh, just answer the phone, you miserable lot," and then
at that point, Griselda, answers. But we did eventually use that gag in episode G.
yeah,
Jim. Yeah, let's go now.
Anyways, this finale sequence was actually improvised. Like, originally,
Now, where are we?
from what Keeper, do you remember, like, what
it was originally Quake, Shade, Petrosa, Jim, Oliver all charging at each other.
And then at that moment, before their fist clash,
Yeah.
Teddy Duke teleports in.
Yeah.
And impact of our power punches basically kills him or something.
Yeah.
And then Quake tries to get us, and then one of us knocks him out, and then we walk away thinking it's all over with.
I feel sorry for that dog walker.
Oh yeah, like literally like, yeah, at the bottom of the screen there. Like, how come I didn't notice him when I filmed this? Oh well.
We had to move a bit further out of Los Altos for
Yeah.
the next shot to make it look apocalyptic.
Yeah, and because on the other side of the tree lines is the ruins that we were fighting at.
Yeah.
Because again, we just came out here because it will basically look like,
It's all gone.
yeah, fair enough.
And also, after Shade's Windy Static, this is basically the second and last time where Jade performs what I like to call Lightning Storm.
Yeah, where she summons lightning strikes out of the skies, kind of like Storm from X-Men.
So this bit was super power effects, but what was the after bit?
Oh, action movie effects.
Nice.
And I really love the next bit coming up here.
Oh, me
when
too.
Quake swears revenge.
Yeah.
And there's me pulling my pants up. Here we go. Just the intensity of
All of you!
the atmosphere.
Now you took everything from me. I'll take everything from you!
I love, these scenarios where you think that you think that your worst nightmare's over when really it's just begun. Things have just gone from bad to worse.
Yeah.
Like this is what I call a cliffhanger.
It's the best one.
Yeah, because it seems hopeless.
And a few shorts in Pardon My Fiery French later, we came to episode F.
Yep. And I really love this music track here that I use. It's called Flying Free by Jingle Punks. Like, it literally gives you that feeling of despair and like
Oh yeah.
and fear and wonder, because how the Superlonnys going to get out of that? Like, Quake is going to go after them now. Like, Quake is blind by vengeance. Only time will tell.
Agreed.
That is when you watched this in 2015, before episode F came along. So, I really hate my stuttering here. Like, I'm not really good at coming up with subjects to talk about. So, Mr. Adams,
Yes.
how do you feel now, looking back at episode E here?
You can see that most characters have had like one final moment before Quake, and then just you look at episode F later on and realise he's changed.
Yeah, like,
He's sort of there, but not the full character.
yeah, because that's what I like about a line of episodes in a series. Like, have the atmosphere in every episode different, as you will see in episode F. Speaking of which, I've already made my plan for the commentary of episode F, meaning I've already decided on who I'm going to do the commentary with, and I'll give you a hint. He makes his debut in that episode. Now, I wonder who it could be.
Same here. But there's one more thing I want to point out as well, Aaron. I think looking at this episode again, it kind of makes me realise, hang on, this is the last time people see Petrosa like all natural, all like
Yeah, before he gets blinded by Vengeance himself.
yeah.
Yeah, and of course, like you said, mentioned earlier, the pairing with Fireball and Electra. I thought that was a nice pairing.
It's like the only time, but it's good.
Yeah, like Octard's power landing.
Like I said, we got to see Octard do that again. Maybe in the finale. Who knows?
Yeah, or maybe in a future short, if I ever come up with one. I mean, who knows? Only time will tell.
2019's a promising year.
Yeah, because, with episode K and L and Blaziken Bad, I probably shouldn't have mentioned episode L, but oh well. Yeah, and one last thing I want to talk about episode E is, in the final, when we were filming the final sequence for this episode, my phone, I had an iPhone 4 at the time, it was literally on like 10%, and I was worried that we weren't going to finish it on time. And I think at that point, that was when you proposed the idea of having Fireball ring up Griselda to drop the bomb on Teledude.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'm actually glad that you convinced me to go along with your proposal.
Oh, thanks.
Because, like I said a few times, like that ending there is literally my favorite sequence out of the whole series.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah.
Right, before we go, folks, I'd like to ask the fans a question. What do you love about episode E? Because I'm dying to know why this episode in particular has 11,000 views. Let us know in the comments down below. And with that said, we will bid you good day. This is Aaron Freeman.
And Kiefer Adams.
I shall bid you good day, and a late happy Christmas, and a late happy Boxing Day.
And if you're doing anything in the new year, wishing you all a happy 2019. Hope you guys have a great one.
Peace out. Ciao.
Later!